talking about numerology in the Bible. This is my message. I'm just a messenger. So today I will be talking about number two. Number two, since last time I talked about number one, which is a masculine number, even I didn't say that back then, but it's a masculine number. Number two represent the female, and it's the feminine number. So basically, it doesn't mean that because you're a man, you cannot be number two. It's just like you might be a man with the the vibration of two. You know what I'm saying? And you're gonna be more sensitive than someone who might be a one. You know what I'm saying? You're more into inside of you. So numerology and the Bible is where I get my references. So I go to numerology.com, and this is where I'm gonna get some stuff from numerology.com, and then we're gonna go to the Bible. So I'm gonna start with that little article that's on that page, and then I'll kind of explain it to you. Then I give my own thoughts about what's going on here. So let me tell you what numerology.com is talking about. The number two is known as the supreme feminine force. This is what numerology.com is saying. One that represents both elegance and ability, which is power. So these people are, almost like politician kind of, spirits. So, they know how to negotiate or talk you to something. The feminine, how to do stuff and convince you. You know what I'm saying? Get your feelings. Anyway, I just love number two. And it is cooperative, always elegance, aiming to bring peace and balance back to a relationship or situation. The number two got that, ways they do stuff to just catch your heart. You know what I'm saying? So it's the feminine spirit. Just remember, it's almost like that's why they put relationship on that one. They didn't say nothing about relationship when I talk about number one. This numerology number is also very sensitive. This is the word now, sensitive. It's the feminine number. This is why it's so sensitive. Like I said, even though you're a man, you could be that. You could be sensitive because you're number two. Of all the numbers, sensitive doesn't mean you're weak. It just means you're just sensitive. That's all it means. It has the strongest intuition. That's another thing about it. Number two, they got that intuition, the feeling that something is wrong, there's a problem. You know what I'm saying? This is what number two is like. They intuitive. You know what I'm saying? So number two, able to sense currents and feelings, and at its core, very core, number two is in numerology represent partnership. So basically, when Adam was by himself, he wanted a partner. That's why he said, God, I need a partner. God said, I'm going to give you number two, which is Eve. The coming together and balancing of two individual people, concepts, or things. While it holds great power over any situation, it's a weapon with such diplomacy and tact to the result in not controlled authority, but harmony and teamwork. I'm going to stop reading this because I don't want to be just reading stuff. So you see the word teamwork, diplomacy, all these things. This is the feminine spirit. You know what I'm saying? The feminine, number two, women are smart. Sometimes, in a relationship, women just, we're not talking about women, I'm just saying the feminine, you know what I'm saying? Like, they know how to negotiate, how to go through and make things happen the way that it's supposed to happen. That's number two right there. So, let's go now with the Bible. But before we go to the Bible, the certain words that we're going to emphasize with number two, according to this, It's a few words like teamwork, peacemaker, negotiators. This is all the words that you could put together to that represent number two. And they say it signifies duality. Meaning duality could be difference and separation. You know what I'm saying? And polarity. Polarity is the opposite. So basically, you got the North Poles. Example is the North Pole, South Pole, two opposites. So you know what I'm saying? So this is what that number two represents. It's almost like they get the power to control the North and the South Pole. They're in between. Remember, they're negotiators, so they could be, I don't know if you guys saw the movie, The Negotiator, like, yeah, there's one side and another side, so you have to be in between to play both sides. That's number two. Yeah, they're good. Number two is like, you think number one is big, number two is like big. Anyway, now we're gonna go to Genesis, the Bible. This is why my purpose is to let people know. Again, I'm gonna say that all the time, to tell you guys, numerology is not bad. It's something that you should use to help yourself. You have to know yourself. A lot of people don't know themselves. I'm gonna keep emphasizing this thing. A lot of us, we don't know ourselves. Numbers tell you about you. And there's, like I said, there's other ways you can learn about yourself. Numbers is fabulous, man. Like someone would say, yo, I had a bad day today. Now, if it got me, I gotta find out what day it is. Okay, I know the day. I'm gonna watch that number, see if, you know what I'm saying, there's a pattern going on with that number day. You know what I'm saying? Is it every time on the 5th? This is when I'm having a bad day. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You have to know yourself. You have to know you have to be wise, basically. Can't be just the average Joe out there. Anyway, I got Genesis 1, chapter 1, verse 6 through 9. Let's see what God said about number two. Then we're going to compare and contrast. And God said, that's verse 6, and God said, let there be a vault between the waters to separate water from water. So we're going to do, you see the word separate now. Numerology, the other thing I was talking about, it talk about separation too. So they're separating water with water in this thing. So God made the vault and separate the water under the vault from the water above it. So it was two waters, he separated them. One go up, one stay down. And it was so. God called the vault sky. That's the key word right here, sky. And there was evening and there was morning, that's the second day. So now, we're in the second day now. The key word is that God said the water from down was mixing with the number water that was, above. So God put a separation in between them because the water above need to away from us on earth, really. And he put a sky, a vault, there's sky. So now that separation now, what you think that represent with the woman? This is what I see represent. The sky is almost like the ceiling on earth. You know what I'm saying? When you look up, you see the sky. You don't see any water above it, you just see the sky. So basically, the woman represent the number two. I keep saying women. Number two. The number two represent like almost like a roof, like a ceiling, like the sky, really like a house. So basically, when it comes to the woman, it went to the number two, which is the woman. It's the house, a roof over your head. They're just like the sky over our head. Now we got the roof over our head. A man really don't need a house until I bet you get a woman. Like Adam didn't need anywhere. until he got Eve. Now, okay, we need a house because the woman coming with that spirit. You know what I'm saying? That feminine spirit. Number two, sky represent a roof over your head. This is what the woman is bringing. I keep saying woman, but number two is bringing. The number two is just like woman. That's why I keep saying woman. It's the feminine. It's a feminine force. You know, like I said, you got that force, and if you're number two, you got the feminine force. You'll be more like a woman that makes sure her house is straight. She got a house over her head, a ceiling over her head to protect her family from getting wet. You know what I'm saying? From anything. This is the power of that feminine force. So I'm just saying, like, oops, let me see. There's nothing like the power of two, the teamwork, the woman. And if I could do some, let me try to see if I could do some, because this is numerology class. It's not really teaching you guys about this. I'm just showing you how, you know, that number two, if you're on number two, this is all the, thing that goes with you. Like, you sensitive, you got that feminine, force in you. So when you think of feminine, you think of a woman, and it just, the sensitivity, the way you negotiate stuff as a woman, the way you go into deep, in your relationship, trying to make your stuff work out for you. This is what number two really is. You know what I'm saying? It's the feminine spirit. It's just a powerful number right there. Like, you always could go and research your numbers more. You know what I'm saying? My focus is really the Bible. The Bible says sky. So a woman, you gotta have a home to be with her. You know what I'm saying? She gonna make sure if you have a home, that she gonna make sure that home is good. You're gonna have a nice house. You're gonna feel comfortable under the roof. You're gonna feel protected, because this is what she's about. You protected. You feel good in your house, because the woman, the number two, is like wonderful. If I find a woman that's number two, woo, like I said, one. I'm a one, of course. What did God give one? What did God give Adam? A number two. So this is where I'm at, guys. Anyway, let me do a few examples of numerology, because if I talk too much, I might lose you guys. But you need to know your numbers. So numbers really is about your date of birth. The month, the day, and the year. So this time I'm gonna give you guys a little, a surprise with what some people you didn't even know they got that number, and they're big people. You know what I'm saying? All right, let me see. Who do I have here? Guess what? Who's a number two? Barack Obama. Yes, he is the number two. We're gonna do his number. You could go back and research it yourself. And why I said Barack Obama is because what was he? His thing was like, for when he was going for president, it was like, we need change. What's the word? We need change. I forgot the word he wanted, but anyway, he got that spirit. This is why he could have come and become who he became, because he was power. Like the word says, he got the power in him. He could negotiate on both ends of the with the Democrat, the Republicans. He was just, you watch him. He was like that. You know what I'm saying? So it's because he was the number two. This is why he was so good at it. So what his birthday? So he was born August 4th, 1961. So we're gonna do August 4th, 1961. So August is 8. 4. 4, so it's going to be, we basically adding all the numbers. 8 plus 4 plus 1 plus 9 plus 6 plus 1 equal 8 plus 4 is 12. 12 plus 1 is 13. 13 plus 9 is 22. 22 plus 6, 28. Plus 1 is 29. Oh, somebody messed me up. This guy is not even. You know what? Just because of that, I'm gonna talk about 11 because he's 11. So 11, remember, is 1 plus 1. We don't do that. So should be 2, but we don't bring down 11. But so he just that he's number 2 amplified. So 11 is equal to is a master number. Master 11 is equal to 2 amplified. So because I spell amplified, amplified. Okay. Alright. So 11 is the mass is like 2 amplified. So if 2 is a negotiator, a regular 2, it will be a negotiator for a house, for her home. You know what I'm saying? For people close to them. But 11 would be a negotiator for a mass of people. You know what I'm saying? Represent a group of people. You know what I'm saying? The highest level. So Obama was that. I know he had to be 11 because he was too much to be an average 2. So anyway, sorry about that. 11. But if you ever be, if you're 11, you're powerful. That's all I know about 11. You're good. That's why anybody, if you're gonna, usually 11s, they're like big people, man. They're like the preacher. They're like the whatever you know is big. That's more likely they're a master number. It's rare, like a big person is just an average number. That's what I'm saying. Anyway, we're going to let me see the next. This is Madonna. Oh, Madonna is like the singer. So let's see. She was born in August. They're all born in August. She was born on the 16th of August. Let me see. She might be the true number 2 now. 1958. 1 plus 9 plus 5 plus 8. So this is Madonna, the singer Madonna, of course. 8 plus 1 is 9, 9 plus 6, 15, plus 1, 16, plus 9, 25, plus 5 is 30, plus 8 is 38. She's 38. Guess what? Another master number. This is all, I see I'm getting big people, they're all becoming masters. So 3 plus 8 is 11. That's another master. You see all these big people? I'm telling you, like, it's just magic. I don't know, magic or what. They just they're masters, man. Let me see. Alright, I'm trying to get a regular 2, man. I didn't do my research right. But you see how 11 is powerful? Now, my next one I'm going to do is Jordan, Michael Jordan. And there's a righteous is 11 too. Let's see. If it's a 2, it's possible. So let's see. 829. 8 plus 2, August 29. Okay. You see, I'm going to underline this. You see the 11 in there? So basically, even though his number is not ending with 11 at the end, he already got that in the day he's born, 29. He already got that 11 in him. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I'm telling you he's already a master just because he was born on the 29th. Anyway, let's keep going. What year was he born? 1958 too? Damn, he was born 1958. Plus 1, plus 9, plus 5, plus 8. Equal. Alright. Let's see if it's 11 totally. 8 plus 2 is 10. 10 plus 9, 19. Plus 1, 20. Plus 9, 29. Plus 5, 34. 39 plus 5. No, 44. No, am I going wrong? 8 plus 2 is 10. Plus 9. 19, 20, 29, 34, 34 plus 8 is, what? 34 plus 8? Why would they tell me he's a 6? Michael just, anyway. I think they took it because of that. He was born on the 29th because his number doesn't end in 29. So there's ways like, you know, make people. I needed to get a real 2. So Michael Jordan is not a real 2, but the fact he's a 6, when we get to 6, is really like a 6. You know, man was born, you know, he's really a humanitarian type of guy, but we'll get to 6 there. So I guess when I was getting this is because he was born on the 29th. So because some people go with the day you were born too. Not the whole thing, but let me create a real 2. How you find yourself if you will be a 2.